Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is well, still stuck at home, but still doing okay, and not going too stir crazy. So we're going to be starting a new semester. So welcome to the new semester. This is 8 weeks. It's not the usual 10 weeks during the year. Usually the spring term is 8 weeks. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to give you projects every second week, and I'm going to follow you with those projects. So I will be doing these projects as well, and I'll be discussing about, my thoughts and my struggles and what I'm doing and why, etc., while we're doing these projects together. Now, obviously, because these are filmed, you can take one project and stretch it out all summer if you want, and take the whole year to, finish up these, the rest of the projects. You can take as long as you want, obviously. You're not in class, so you can watch these videos over and over and take from them what you'd like to take from them. So I'm going to give an art history class every week, just because it's fun and we should all kind of learn about art history a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing, what I told the art director about these supplies is that you don't really need supplies for the class. I know most of you have supplies, but I don't know who has what and how much, etc. So you can always order from Patrick, and I'm actually placing an order from Patrick. He has connections with Omer Dessert, and apparently we're up on the list of Omer Dessert, and they deliver to us to our home. It should not take long because we are actually on top of the list, but I have no idea because I haven't tested it yet, but I am putting an order soon. So I will send you Patrick's email if you don't have it, and again, if you need anything, they should be delivering directly to your home. Okay. What I'm doing though is that you don't need any supplies. I mean, if you have a pen and a pencil, that's great. If you have paper, that's great. But if you don't have paper, there are tons of stuff around in the house that we can work on. So I'm going to have alternate material to like supplies that I will be talking about every class that you can actually use and, look outside of the box and not just use art supplies, but use what's around us. Whether it's, scavenging through your closet, finding that old dress you never used, that pillowcase that's stained, piece of wood here, bark, leaves, there are all kinds of things, newspaper, that you can use if you don't have paper. Same thing with color. I'm going to be using some pastels, but if you don't have pastels, I'm going to give you options that different things that you can use in your home. There's a lot of food items that you can actually work with, and it stains the paper beautifully. They're pretty much dyes. Okay, so like people use dyes to dye their cloth and cotton and silk. Well, you can do the same thing with paper. It stains paper. So I'm going to be talking about that. We're going to do different, try out every time. So this week, this is just a small little video. I'm doing another video on Thursday. So in my head, because intermediate drawing was a Thursday class, I was hoping to launch these videos Thursday. They did tell me that it started Monday. So we are Monday. And so here we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off talking about what we're going to be doing. And then on Thursday, I'm going to launch another video because I'm going to start the project as well. And I'm going to be talking about eco colors that you can make on Thursday because I need to get my groceries between now and Thursdays. And I haven't been able to get the groceries, and I need certain items to show you how to make these colors. Okay. So introduction today, materials, where to order. Yeah, okay, so ordering through Patrick. Course outline, art history every class except for this Monday class, but it's going to be on Thursday. Eco colors. And by the way, I have a huge, massive list of artists that I want to talk to you about. But if you have one in particular that you would like for me to talk about, let me know, because I can absolutely do that. My list is so huge. I mean, I had to stop at the 65th name because, I mean, obviously we only have 8 classes. So I have to pick the ones that are, you know, either I love or that are important in history or that you perhaps may recognize. But again, if you have one in particular that you really would like to hear about, let me know. So we're going to be, the first project will be about hands. Okay. So, like I said, you can use my projects and launch, you know, you can work. I often will work with words. So sometimes a friend of mine will throw a word at me and I have to deal with that word and come up with a series or a piece using that word. So the word I'm sending you all is hands. Again, you can use it or not as you wish. I know some of you are painting and that's okay. You know, in my class, you can use any material whatsoever. So it doesn't really matter. I'm launching hands. Why? Well, because oftentimes, whether it's an introductory course or it's a very advanced level class, we'll often start with something like hands. I don't know why. It's very basic. It's right here in our face. It's part of the body, and in art school, it's really, really important. The body is very important. So it's very organic and beautiful and complicated. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of, you know, 101 hand study exercises that I'm sure you've done 1,000 times. But if you haven't, or if you have, it's a refresher class. And we're going to start with just black and white. So graphite, that's it, just a pencil. So the HB pen, the office pencil, the everyday office pencil. I'm sure you all have an office pencil. Again, you do not need to stick with what I am telling you. If you don't want to stay, you know, with the grays and the black and white and go right ahead in colors, it's absolutely fine. Okay. If you don't have the paper like paper we buy at the art store, you can use, you know, computer paper. It's fine paper. Oops. It's not archival like the art store, but it is a lot more archival, which means it won't yellow on you. It will yellow on you, but it doesn't yellow on you like newspaper. Okay, newspaper is just very, very quick. The other thing that you can use, and it's really, I see a lot of professional artists use this, is just lined paper. They're drawing on lined paper, and it gives almost, you know, almost like an old school look about the drawings, because, you know, a lot of us went to school with, and we just worked on lined paper. So, and it will yellow on you. You know, I do talk about acid-free paper often because it's really important, but you can do it on purpose. A lot of artists do, including myself, and use paper that is not archival, that will yellow on you. And as an artist like myself and other people that I do know, we know that, and we want that. We want the paper to yellow with time. So, you know, so sometimes we'll talk about time, aging. And so if you do have that paper that will age with it and just yellow, it's really interesting. And galleries, again, commercial galleries versus other kinds of galleries are very different. Commercial galleries want to sell. So they are looking for archival, but other kinds of galleries are looking more about, they're looking about content and the meaning of, you know, what the artist's purpose is. So when things don't last forever, that's okay. All right. I have done pieces that have lasted a day or two. And I knew that, and I did that on purpose. So the same thing with newspaper. So you're going to be coming upstairs with me because I'm going to show you something in a little while with newspaper. Newspaper is beautiful. Of course, it has printed matter, right? Words, text. It is important if you are using and drawing on newspaper, it is important to kind of check out what is written. You know, if they're talking about the next rapist that raped, 15 women, and then you draw a naked body on that, it's loaded with content. So the viewer may never read the content, but may read the title, subtitle, and it is loaded with content. So you do want to glance on that newspaper if you are using it. But the fact that it will yellow on you is really beautiful. It will deteriorate also, and that's really lovely as well. Well, again, some artists really want that and some others don't. So you can make these decisions on your own, but I would love for you to try everything and to see with time what happens with different mediums. Okay, so let me just take a look. So we're going to be doing the hand project for the next 2 weeks. And again, I'm doing it with you. We're going to be, and if you want to continue, let's say with the hand project for like the next 2 months, that's fine with me. Send me images. I love that. Perspectives from home. We're home and there's great perspective, and why not recreate a nook somewhere? So that's week 3, week 4, week 5, the landscape project. And week 7, an abstract portrait. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about layering and rubbings and pastels, eco colors, stamping and tracing, and drawing within collaging and all of that mixed up, beautiful stuff. Again, material that you need. You pretty much need a pencil and pen. Even if you don't have that, we could figure it out. Everything else, this whole list are items that I will be using. But again, it's all optional for you because I will show you other options that you can use if you don't have any supplies whatsoever. Plus, it's fun to kind of learn if ever you want to stop using toxic material and you want to make your own from home. There's tons of stuff that you can do. Okay. So I'm going to be stopping now and going to be doing a small demo on drawing hands. All right, see you soon.